Robert Foley wants to go early. He's on the gas right now in the middle of 3 and 4. Here they come off the fourth turn. Green flag is out as another Saturday night of short track racing action is underway at the Big A. Robert Foley leads the way. Oh, look out. Problems for the 77 New York of Chris Clark. He got a piece of the O2 of Riel. Riel's off the pace at the back of the pack. The 77 is headed pit side, as is the 78 of Wright. Well, here they come off of turn 4. And the leader of lap 1 is going to be Robert Foley. Foley in the 66 leads the way. Then it's Rob Saenz in the 3 at his back bumper. It's Tyson Drown in the 6 looking to move through down on the inside lane.
Clark tried to thread the needle 3 wide on the front stretch on the first lap going to turn 1. Eric Riel's going to have a right front tire down at any moment.
Out front, it's the 66 still showing the way with pressure all over the back door. By the 3 car of Rob Saenz. Saenz looks low off of turn number 2 and pushes up the track. He has to get on the brakes. Now they're 3 wide down the back stretch for second. Rob Clark on the top, the 3 of Saenz in the middle, and down on the bottom it's Tyson Drown. The 9 of Martin had problems in turn number 2. Perhaps turn 2 flew. 3 wide in turn number 1. Rob Clark looks low, backs out of it, then gets back in it in the middle of the turn. Off of turn number 2, a good run for Rob Clark down on the bottom as he looks to thread the needle down on the bottom of the track in the 2 spot. Foley doing a good job out front. It's a side-by-side battle. He doesn't mind seeing that because those 2 cars battle side-by-side and he's able to pull away a couple of car lengths. Uh-oh, little sideways for Robert Foley in turn number 1. That cost him big time as here's Rob Clark now at the door. Side-by-side for positions 1 through 6 right now as they race in turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, you're going to have a new leader. It's the 14 of Rob Clark, and he's bringing Kane Favreau with him down on the inside. Kane Favreau in the 20K goes to the second spot. Here comes the driver looking for 500. Dale O'Neill is into the top 3 on lap number 5. Although Robert Foley fighting back on the outside in that number 66 car. Let's set the field as we're 6 laps in. On point right now, it's Rob Clark in the 14. Kane Favreau second. Third is Dale O'Neill. Fourth is the 66 of Robert Foley. Tyson Drown is 5th. 6th, Tim LaFountain. 8th is the 54 of Jason Criss. 9th is the 3 of Rob Saenz. And 10th right now is the 45B of Josh Laporte. Uh-oh, look out. Sideways is the 41 of Tim LaFountain. And he's able to straighten it out. And we stay under green. Uh-oh, bad news to the pizza wagon. He goes a lap down. Here comes Dale O'Neill trying to get by. He makes his car skinny. This time around, it's going to be halfway for the number 14 of Rob Clark. Rob's looking for win number 1 on the season. Rob sits 5th in points without any wins. So at the halfway point, it's Rob Clark showing the way. Dale O'Neill is trying to chase him down to get win number 7 on the year. Kane Favreau is looking for his first win of the year. He's in the 2nd spot right now. Here comes Jason Criss in that number 54. Criss is up on top of the racetrack outside Foley in the 66. A drag race for that 4th position. It's pretty close to dead even. But the momentum on the top of the racetrack vaults Criss into that number 4 spot. Here comes Tyson Drown in the 6. He's going to go down to the inside. He's going to take position number 5 away in turn number 3. And Robert Foley is back to the 6th spot. 5 laps to go for the 14 of Rob Clark. 5 to go as he gets away from chief starter Richie Peterson. Dale O'Neill in the 16 now wants to go on top of the racetrack. He sees 5 to go, and he says it's time to go. He takes the 16 up to the top of the racetrack in turn number 3. He's outside Favreau, pulls even off the 4th turn, and he will not take the position away yet at the stripe. It was Favreau by just a couple inches. Dale O'Neill tries to get it back in turn number 2. O'Neill in the 16 with a good run off the top of the turn, but Kane Favreau holding his own down on the bottom. The 16 drives it in a little bit deeper. Favreau down on the bottom trying to hold that line, but the 16 is coming through on the top. O'Neill takes the 2nd spot away.
They have cut the gap. It was at one point about 7 car lengths. It's down to a car length and a half as O'Neill bids up top.
Now just off the back bumper of that number 14 car. They're side by side. A great battle for the 2nd spot as Rob Clark has seen those 2 cars draw much closer, and it's a rearview mirror.
Lap car could figure in here.
Popsicle sticks are out, 2 to go in this one. Kane Favreau is going to get picked down on the inside behind the 16 of Dale O'Neill. A little bit of contact in turn number 2. Martin put that car down on the bottom. The 20K was pinned And Dale O'Neill takes the second spot away. White flag is out one more time around for Rob Clark. Can Dale O'Neill catch him? Dale O'Neill's going to try all the moves he knows in this final lap. Off the second turn, O'Neill goes to the top of the racetrack. Now he's going to come down to the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 3. Puts the chrome horn to him on the inside of turn number 3. Going to look down to the inside off the 4th turn. Lap car up in front. The pizza wagon doesn't make any difference. Rob Clark wins it. Second's going to go to the 16 of O'Neill. Third is the 20K of Fabro. 4th goes to Jason Chris. And 5th goes to the 6 of Tyson Drown.
The youngster gets a 3rd place finish with that number 20K. Rob Clark will enjoy a victory lap around the Big A. Chris Clark has won twice this year, but it's the first feature event checkered flag for Rob. Here he comes off of turn number 4. He'll return the checkers to Chief Starter Richie Peterson. Let's go down to Robbie.
All right, thank you very much. Rob is inside the car unbuckling. Win number 1 on the year for Rob Clark. 5th in points, and he might climb up a little bit now that he picks up a win here tonight. Here he comes. Give him a nice round of applause. Rob Clark, win number 1 of the year. We'll get a word with Rob. Come on over. Nice job, Rob. Car seemed pretty good tonight. Win number 1 of the year. You've been really consistent so far this year. This is just the first win, but the car seemed really good tonight. You went after it early, and it's got to feel good to win the first race of the night knowing you've got another one later on.
Yeah, it's good to finally get a win in our column this year. We've been struggling a little bit. Like I said, we kind of had some consistency, but really just haven't been able to get a stop here yet. I've got a lot of visits from my son so far this year, but none of my own, and I'm glad to get my own trophy. Thank you very much. So just glad to be here. Glad everybody's here tonight. Beautiful night for racing, and let's do some more.
And talk. You mentioned you race with your son. Talk about how much fun that must be, a father-son team working on the cars and in the same division.
Well, you can't ask for more than to have friends and family with you every Saturday, and then to be able to go out and compete against them at the same time. It's just something to be able to discuss around the table on Sundays that makes things interesting. You know what I mean?
Well, nice job on the first win. And Zig wants to know, what's the Marsh's Buffalo Farm sponsor?
He's Buffalo Meat. He just what it says, Mr. Marsha. Kim Marsha. Keysville, New York.
All right, nice job on win number 1.
Thank you.
That's Rob Clark.
Inside from Dannemora, New York, that's the 08 for Andrew Bordeaux. On the outside, on board the 70 from Plattsburgh, 4-time winner Jason McClatchy. The final row, 2 wins this year for the 44. That is Tyler Terry. He's from Morrisonville. And starting shotgun from Sable Forks, it is Brandon Nolan in the 44N. 8 cars take the green flag, qualifier number 1, as they work side by side down the backstretch, 3 wide for the second spot. It's Josh Terry on the outside. He's got the lead going to 3 and 4. Josh LeClaire was thinking about moving underneath the 357 of Curtis Seymour, while Lance Raptoy goes to the top of the racetrack. Raptoy had the second spot at the stripe. Top 5 qualify for handicap. You finish in the top 5 in your qualifier, and you'll start in the top 10 come feature time. And right now, there's a couple of decent cars outside the top 5. One of them is Tyler Terry. As they, oh, look out, there goes Curtis Seymour. He was sideways, wiggling through turn 3 and 4. He'll take the shortcut across the infield, but loses all kinds of momentum, and he goes from 3rd to the back of the pack. Out front, it is Josh Terry, Lance Raptoy right off of his back bumper. Jason McClatchy looking to the inside of last week's winner, Josh LeClaire. They're side by side, door to door off the 4th turn. Down the front stretch, it's LeClaire on the top of the racetrack, hanging on to the 3rd spot. That progressive banking kicking in for LeClaire off of turn number 4 to hang on to 3rd for now. It is the 70 of Jason McClatchy down to the inside. Meanwhile, out front, challenge for the lead. Lance Raptoy trying to plug his way through on the inside line with Josh Terry up on the top of the track by the wall as we're halfway in this first qualifier. And at the line, it was a 5-foot advantage for the 43 of Josh Terry. Lance Raptoy tries to fight back on the inside, drawing even down the backstretch. Oh, good power from the inside. That Culligan number 11 for Lance Raptoy marching through on the inside line. Let's see if he can have him at the line. They race down to the stripe, and it is the 11 that time by 3 feet at the start-finish line. Lance Raptoy continues to work the inside line. Josh Terry trying to stick with him on the outside. They race down the backstretch. Really good run off of turn 2. That's back-to-back laps where that 11 car has really been hooked up using the lower line off the second turn, as there are 2 laps to go for Lance Raptoy. He has now cleared Josh Terry, and he can work whatever line he wants to. Regulars know that the top of the racetrack is often the preferred line for this Renegade division, but it was Lance Raptoy charging through on the inside line, and that's impressive. Running as strong as he was down on the inside, he could be the man to watch tonight with a white flag out. The point leader is showing the way in qualifier number 1. It is Lance Raptoy, Josh Terry, Jason McClatchy. Then it is Josh LeClaire and Tyler Terry in the 44 rounding out the top 5. Lance Raptoy is going to win it, but the battle is on for second as Jason McClatchy tries to dig to the inside. Won't have it. It is Josh Terry finishing second. McClatchy's third. 4th goes to Josh LeClaire. 5th to Tyler Terry. 6th goes to Andrew Bordeaux, and 7th goes to Brandon Noel. Automotive number 23 from St. Albans, Vermont. It's John Booten. The final row in the number 1 car. That is Kevin Berto, and starting shotgun on the field from Clayburgh. In the junk is beautiful number 2, Metalman, back in action for another week. 8 cars, second qualifier. Green flag is out. 16 cars tonight at the Big A in the Key RD Trailer Sales Renegade division, and they're racing side by side for the first 6 spots. Remember, top 5 pickup handicap. You'll start inside the top 10 if you finish in the top 5 as they work down the front stretch. Rob Favreau leads the first lap. Rob Favreau finished second last week in the number 22. Ran really well in his qualifier, and he leads qualifier number 2 down the backstretch. The number 5 of Mark Karen on the inside still has the nose just underneath the 22. At his door is Richie Turner's car number 17. 3 wide, almost off of turn number 4, as Ryan Booten thought about sticking the nose to the inside of the 5 car off of the 4th turn. Side by side for the lead, Richie Turner on the back bumper of the 22. Now it's that inside line coming to life again. They're 3 wide for 3rd, as the 23 of John Booten was the meat in the sandwich. Rob Gordon down low, Richie Turner up to the top. The 1 of Berto is headed back to the pits. The leader is Mark Karen, the 5. 3 wide, racing for 3rd. Down low, the H2O in the middle, the 17 of Turner on the top, the 22 of Favreau. He's sliding backwards in that number 22 car. Had a real good run last week, but he's off the pace in this second qualifier. Halfway by this time for the Renegades in their second qualifier, and it's Mark Karen in the number 5 showing the way. Ryan Booten runs in second. Richie Turner on the outside runs 3rd. 4th is the H2O of Gordon. Working in 5th is John Booten in the 23. Then it's Rob Favreau back to 6th in the 22. About to be challenged by Metalman. Something really must be amiss with the 22. As they work off the 4th turn, it is Mark Karen in the 5, leading by a car length. Richie Turner, Metalman has passed a car.
He made his first pass.
Get your cameras out, everybody. That's the first pass. How long?
6 weeks.
Oh, Gene said he might have passed a car last week.
Oh.
So Metalman really feeling his oats tonight. He's passed a car. Out front, Mark Karen still showing the way. Richie Turner has moved to the second spot with the number 17. The 28 of Ryan Booten running 3rd on the inside. John Booten looking to the outside. Ryan thinking about going there with the number 28. Rob Gordon is also in the mix with the H2O. Throw a blanket on the top 5 cars as they work through turn number 4. Down the front stretch. White flag is out. Richie Turner's got the lead now. Richie Turner, 3rd place point man, tied for 3rd in the points with that H2O machine, leading off the second turn. Mark Karen back in second. These 5 cars will start inside the top 10 in the feature event. Richie Turner through turn number 4 down the front stretch, and he is going to win it. Second at the line, it's Mark Karen. 3rd, John Booten. 4th, Ryan Booten. 5th will go to the H2O of Rob Gordon. 6th could be the medicine.
What do you pick?
5 7/8.
Oh, I was going to pick that one. I'll take the 76.
I saw them practice. The 5 7/8 was pretty fast.
Is it the car or Chris K.A.?
No, it's the car. The other car that was fast is the 38, but he's mired in traffic, and by the time he clears the traffic, it may be too late. Plus, I think they might have had a mechanical problem with the 38.
Oh.
They were standing around that thing like it was a big grill with a bunch of T-bone steaks on it. They were all staring at it like it was a barbecue.
I thought about taking the 99, but I watched him in practice.
Yeah, Chris K.A. is out front with the 5 7/8.
That's the first time K.A.'s been in the lead in about 10 years.
No, that's not true either.
No, you're right, 11.
Yeah, he's won a qualifier. Now look, the 38's going. The 38's going. I'm telling you, that's the other car to keep an eye on. But you got to be careful working your way through traffic. You don't want to smack into one of these vintage race cars because you can't go down to Napa and find the parts that you need to fix them.
Where's Metalman's vintage car?
He'll be out in the Renegade.
Not his Renegade.
He'll be out in the Renegade feature later on. That's the Junk is Beautiful too. Now KA's already lapping cars. He's already put a lap on. He's about to put a lap on Harold Ormsby's number 10. Say the 38. Jake Branham driving the old Wild Bill Branham number 38, and he's trying to chase down the leaders.
This time around, thankfully, we're halfway.
Halfway in this qualifier. Chris K.A. has the 5 7/8 out front as the D1 of Bruno Lacroix trying to get around the 10 of Harold Ormsby. Oh, that was tricky.
Harold's got that car about 10 lanes wide.
Of course, earlier this year, we saw Todd Ormsby driving a number 10 car.
The son of.
Harold is Todd's dad. Of course, Harold's son Craig raced at Airborne for a number of years. Passed away earlier this year after a courageous fight with cancer. 2 laps to go. Where is the 5 7/8?
Right here.
Oh, there he is. 2 to go.
He's going so fast you can't even
Chris
see him.
K.A. Well, it's tough to keep track. The Bruno Lacroix D1 is trying to hang with him.
He's using a little bit of the right rear. He might have that car set up to race.
Well, if you're from the province of Quebec, you don't like finishing second.
White flag.
White flag for Chris K.A. with a 5
Oh, look at the traffic jam in turn
that
2.
is a traffic jam.
What's Chris going to do?
They're all good. Well, I think he's going to tiptoe through the tulips and follow the advice of Tiny Tim. Yeah, he's just taking it easy
Here
into
comes
3
the
and 4.
D1.
The D1's not taking it easy. He sees a chance to pass him. Here he comes. Is the D1 going to pass? Look at him. Pick up. The 5 7/8 just barely won. That D1 was picking the left front tire right up off the racetrack.
I thought he was going to end up in the wall.
Chris K.A. didn't want to risk damaging that car with 3 of the other cars of Raptoy. The 18, that is Toby Ebersol driving tonight. Toby, a former track champion here at Airborne. He's from Peru in the 18 tonight. The 07 from Milton, Vermont, that is Dylan Paye. The final row, former 2-time track champion Robin Wood in the 61. And starting shotgun in the number 7 car, it is Nick Lagoy in the Jefford Steel sponsored machine as they're racing down the backstretch. Limited late model cars working through turns 3 and 4, side-by-side racing as if they're coming to take the green flag again. It is Chris Frenier on the outside line who has the lead with the Eaglefield Ford sponsored number 93. Dave Raptoy trying to go with him on the outside. Current point leader Robin Wood, he's snookered at the back of the pack. He's got no place to go, and right now is outside of a qualified spot on the track, but still a number of laps to run in this first qualifier. If they continue to run side by side, though, in front of Robin, he's going to have to pick up some positions somewhere on the racetrack, and maybe making a 3-wide move will be something that he'll have to think about. Out front now, Dave Raptoy, the Swanton, Vermont driver, in the number 21 shows the way. As sideways off 4 is Casey St. Clair in the 56. That'll give Robin Wood a qualified spot in the number 61 car. He's up to 5th. Raptoy shows the way. Dylan Paye runs in 2nd. 3rd, the 93 of Chris Frenier. Here comes Robin Wood on a rail on the outside now. He's gone to 4th. Nick Lagoy to the inside of Chris Frenier. 3 wide along the front stretch for 3rd. Robin Wood working up against the wall. Chris Frenier power sliding through turn number 1. Nick Lagoy on the inside. He's got 4th. Frenier back to 5th. Dave Paye now looking to the inside of the 93 car as they race for position. Out front, it's Dave Raptoy in the 21. Dylan Paye runs in the 2nd spot of the 07. Robin Wood runs in 3rd with a 61. Then it's Nick Lagoy running in 4th. 5th, Dave Paye now on the inside. He's got the Northline Utilities 68 to the 5th spot. Working in 6th, it's the 93 of Chris Frenier. Then it's Toby Ebersol and Casey St. Clair. Robin Wood trying to chase down Dylan Paye as there are 2 laps to go for leader Dave Raptoy. The Island Excavating number 21 working the middle line through turns 1 and 2. Dylan Paye trying to get underneath with the 07 right behind. Watching the battle of the 61 is point leader Robin Wood. Side by side into turn number 4. The white flag about to be unfurled as they come down the line. 1 to go. Dylan Paye on the inside had the lead by about a car length. Robin Wood's going to go down to the inside line as well. Dylan Paye pushes up the track. Wood has room down to the inside. 3-car battle for the lead. Raptoy backs out of it. Robin Wood doesn't. He stays in it down on the inside. It's going to be a drag race for the win. Here they come down to the stripe. Checkered flag is out, and it's just dead even, it looked like. I'm thinking it might be Robin Wood. Meets sister Bucko Branham outside. And the Bigor Supply, Huntley Trucking number 19 from Moores, New York. It is Jamie Bigor. Final row in the 86 from Saranac, it's Mike Shagnon. And shotgun in the field from Mariah in the 55, it is Jim McKiernan. That's the field. 8 cars take the green flag. Got to be in the top 5 to pick up handicap as they work off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Brandon Atkins in a 4-car shows the way. Then it's a 3 of Dan Sullivan down on the inside. Bucko Branham in car number 20 right on his back bumper. The inside line opens up. And Danny Sullivan is going to drive on through for the lead at the line. Brandon Atkins pushed that 4-car out to the top at the 4th turn. And that opened up room for Danny Sullivan in car number 3. The inside line rolling underneath. Sullivan to the lead. Bucko Branham to second. Again, the 4-car bad loose in the 4th turn. And Jamie Bigor has gone to 3rd with a number 19. Larry Underwood now runs in 4th. 5th, Brandon Atkins, but he is fighting an evil race car right now with that number 4 machine. The 28 of Brent Jarvis running in the 6th spot. Then it's McKiernan in the 55 and Shagnon in the 86. Eyes to the front where it's the 3 of Danny Sullivan. And on the inside, it's car number 20 and Bucko Branham. 2 machines that have been very fast at Airborne in the limited late model division this year. 6 wins between those 2 drivers. If you include Bigor, that's 8 victories between the top 3 cars in this qualifier. Sullivan has won twice. Branham has won 4 times in car number 20. Bigor in the number 19 has 2 victories this year. He won back-to-back about 4 weeks ago. The 4 of Atkins still handling poorly. He is falling towards the back of the pack now with that 4 machine. Here they come off the 4th turn down the line. It's the 3 of Sullivan on top. He maintains the advantage by about a half car length. Car 20 of Bucko Branham to the inside. Pushed a little bit that time off 2. Sullivan will sneak away down the backstretch. Branham dives it in deep into 3 and 4. Jamie Bigor 2 car lengths off the back of those top 2 cars as they work off of turn number 4 down the line. It's Sullivan maintaining that a half a car length lead. Branham on the inside, Sullivan on the top. Sullivan drives away off turn number 2. Oh, look out, he gets off into the bunker. Sullivan got the right side tires up into the bunker off the top of the racetrack. He falls back to the 2nd spot. White flag is out now. Bucko Branham showing the way. Branham takes the lead on the backstretch. Now it is Sullivan in the 2nd spot. Branham goes to the top off the 2nd turn. Top 2 cars pulling away from Jamie Bigor, who's 3rd. Here comes Branham through turn number 4. Single file down the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. Bucko Branham wins. Danny Sullivan 2nd, Bigor 3rd. 4th goes to Underwood. 5th goes to Jarvis in the 28. 6th goes to McKiernan. 7th. Outside McGrail in the 80 from Morrisonville, it's Andy Haywood. Last week's winner, George Foley, starts 7th in the 34. Outside Foley in the 19, Jesse Mueller from Olmstedville, New York. And shotgun on the field from Drummondville, Quebec. It's the 28 for Eric Lossier. That's the field. There's the green, and they're racing off of turn number 2. Look at McGrail looking to the inside down the backstretch. That line was taken away, though, by the CO2 of Craig Riel. So he will hang on to his spot right now. It is McGrail sitting in the 5th spot. The leader out front, Vernold in the 3. 2nd is the 76 of Mike Wells. Craig Riel runs 3rd. Running in the 4th spot on the outside, it is Max Vienne, but here comes Pat McGrail trying to come through in the 1 car. McGrail's going to go to 4th, and moving to 5th on the inside is George Foley in the 34. The 25 of Max Vienne sliding backwards. Keep an eye on the 19. The 19 of Jesse Mueller looking for room underneath the 25. That line, though, was taken away by the 25 of Vienne, who moved down to the inside line. Foley after Pat McGrail on the front stretch. They work wheel-to-wheel into turn number 1. McGrail on the top of the track. Foley on the inside. Foley will take the 4th spot away. McGrail comes back after him on the outside line. It is McGrail in the 5th spot. Here comes the 25 of Max Vienne hanging on to the 6th position. Top 6 qualify for handicap. Finish in the top 6, start in the top 12. Otherwise, starting towards the back of the pack in the feature, Jesse Mueller running in 7th right now. He's got some work to do trying to get around the 25 of Max Vienne, and Vienne is working wheel-to-wheel underneath the 1 of Pat McGrail. They work down the front stretch. That's the best battle on the racetrack. It is the race for 5th. Give it to Max Vienne, although McGrail got a good run on the top off of turn 2. Wheel-to-wheel racing continues. Now Mueller trying to get underneath the 1 car of McGrail. Jesse Mueller, 3-time winner along the front stretch. At the line, it was still McGrail on the top. Out front, it is all Chris Vernold in the 3. West Chazy's Mike Wells runs 2nd. wheel to wheel for third. On the inside, it's the 34 of George Foley. On the outside, Craig Riel, give it to Foley. He's now third. Fourth is Craig Riel. Fifth is Max Vienne. Running in sixth is the 19 of Jesse Mueller. In the seventh spot, it is Pat McGrail. Eighth is Andy Haywood. Running in ninth is Eric Lossier in the Lossier Masonry 28. 2 laps to go for Chris Vernold. So Chris Vernold hops on board Andy Lindemann's Dawson's Body Shop number 3, and he is rolling out front. Look at Foley. He gets a good run off of turn 2. Down to the inside of Mike Wells. Foley trying to take the second spot with a white flag out now for Chris Vernold. Foley goes to second. Third is Mike Wells. Jesse Mueller, the 19, working the top of the racetrack, trying to get around the 25 of Max Vienne. He'll have to make a move in the final set of turns to grab that spot. Checkered flag is out, and the winner is going to be Chris Vernold. Second goes to George Foley. Third goes to Mike Wells. Fourth, Craig Riel. Fifth to Max Vienne. Sixth goes to Jesse Mueller. Seventh to Andy Haywood. Eighth goes to Pat. Working with Mike Finney this year in the Sportsman modifieds, but he gets his 358 modified out, and he will start at the back of the pack in qualifier number 2. All right, that's the field. Here they come. Green flag is out. Roger Lebrecht down on the inside. Mike Riel on the outside. Some fast cars in the middle as they scramble for position off of turn number 2 and down the back stretch. It is Lebrecht out front. Chris K.A. down on the inside line. Pat Dupree had a good, had a steam built up rather going into turn number 3. Got into the back of the 0-2 of Mike Riel as the inside line trying to roll through. Oh, look out! Mike Riel skipped the wheel on the 18 of Chris K.A. Pat Dupree had to get on the binders. Todd Stone moved underneath. Leon Gagnon moved underneath as well. Mike Riel's car still rolling with that 0-2. That could have been a mess over in the second turn, but everybody appears to be okay. Chris K in the 18 still at speed. Some smoke now trailing off the 0-2 as Pat Dupree tries to move underneath with the number 24. The leader out front, Roger Lebrecht. Second is Todd Stone. Top 6 qualify for handicap. Third is Chris K in the 18. Leon Gagnon in the 4 car in the 4th spot. Fifth, it is Pat Dupree. Sixth, it is the 0-2 of Mike Riel. Todd Stone sizing up Roger Lebrecht out front, looking down to the inside for the lead. Drag race in a 1 and 2. Todd Stone will take the lead away from Roger Lebrecht, and he will drive away down the backstretch. 3 car lengths the advantage into turns 3 and 4 for Todd Stone. Lebrecht runs in second. 3 machines battling for the 3rd spot. Chris K.A. looking down to the inside. Pat Dupree in the 24 looking on the top of the racetrack. Leon Gagnon in the 4 machine. 3-car battle still continues for 3rd. Here comes Dupree through on the inside. K.A. back to 4th now with the number 18. In 5th, it's car number 4 for Leon Gagnon. Out front, Todd Stone now half the front stretch, the advantage over Roger Lebrecht. Patrick Dupree runs in 3rd. Battle for 4th, Leon Gagnon in the 5th position, trying to find room underneath the 18 of Chris K.A. Holding on to 6th right now is Mike Riel. That would be important. You finish in the top 6, you pick up your handicap, and Mike Riel would start towards the front of the field in the feature event. Todd Stone continues to increase the lead. He was a 2-time winner last night and on board the G-Stone Motors 1X, and he's got a big lead with 2 laps to go in this second qualifier for the Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Roger Lebrecht in second. Pat Dupree runs 3rd. The best battle on the racetrack right now would be for that final handicap spot. Mike Riel holding on to it. And it is the 13 of Mike Lebrecht trying to take it away with a white flag out on the field. Back to the front, Todd Stone, almost a full backstretch lead now. He's in cruise control as he comes off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out for Middlebury, Vermont's Todd Stone. He wins it. Second will go to Roger Lebrecht. Third to Pat Dupree. Fourth goes to Leon Gagnon. Fifth to Chris K.A. Sixth it is Mike Riel. Seventh to Mike Lebrecht. Eighth goes to Jason.
All right, here they come. Qualifier number 1 for the Sportsman Modifieds. Off the 4th turn. Green flag is out. Rico Hernandez has the lead, but pushes like a Mack truck through turns 1 and 2. Row number 2 becomes the front row. Here comes Cody Aubin in the number 7. It's Senior Speed showing the way out front. Speedy Brissett in the 03 in the lead. The 4 is settled into the 2nd spot. Pelkey is in 2nd. Little Joe Daniels in the 46 moving through down on the inside. Boy, Remington got snookered behind the 98 on top of the racetrack. He went from 2nd to about 7th or 8th. Here comes Nick Awood down through on the inside. He looks to follow Lonnie Rivers through down on the inside. Lonnie Rivers in the R7, now down to the inside of the 46 of Little Joe. Backed out of it as Little Joe shut the door in 1 and 2. He diamond the corner. Top 5 qualify in this division for handicap. You got to get to the top 5, otherwise you will not qualify for your handicap, and you will start towards the rear of the field. Battle for the lead heats up now as the 4 of Keith Pelkey was taking a peek down to the inside. But he had nothing in 1 and 2. Off the 4th turn, Speedy pushes up a little bit. The 4 is able to stick down on the inside, but not well enough. Senior Speed holding him off right now in the 03. Nick Haywood in the number 29, looking to move through down on the inside for the 5th and final qualified position. He has the nose out in front and completes the pass off the 4th turn of Little Joe Daniels. Little Joe is back to 6th, and he's going to scramble for one more position if he wants to pick up his handicap. Out front, Speedy Brissett has pulled away to about a 4-car length advantage over the 4 of Keith Pelkey. This time around, popsicle sticks, 2 to go. So that number 03 is Speedy Brissett. Lonnie Rivers is looking to move through down on the inside in the R7. He gets by the 7 of Cody Aubin. Aubin working the top, and Rivers down on the bottom. Aubin now takes that 7 down towards the bottom lane. Haywood's not going to be able to come through, but then he pushes up the track off the 4th turn. And Haywood looks down on the inside. Half a lap remaining for Senior Speed in the 03. Keith Pelkey has closed it to 1 car length in turn number 3. Speedy keeps that car down to the inside, and he is going to hang on. Speedy wins the first qualifier. Second's going to go to Keith Pelkey. 3rd, Lonnie Rivers. 4th, Cody Aubin. 5th, Nick Haywood. 6th, Little Joe. 7th, Tom.
The race receiver, race control, telling the points polls that are Broderick's easy on the front.
Here comes Mr. Anxious off the 4th turn.
Now he can go.
Flag is out. See, that's why he wanted to get on it early. Jake Branham takes the lead from the top of the racetrack in the Huntley Trucking number 1. And he sets the pace down the backstretch. Couple of car length lead over Broderick in that number 11. We're going to have to keep an eye on that 29L of Lamberton. Lamberton had a modified at one point. He didn't win a ton of races. I don't know if he won any, to be exact. He was a top 10 car, but never really was a star in that division. He's back at it now with a Sportsman modified number 29L. And he's already gotten around 3 cars right now in that number 29L car. He works outside, now looks down on the inside of the Marcia Holmes number 20. But Jamie LaFountain had a real good run that time through 1 and 2. Mark Lamberton is sitting back in the 6th spot, 1 out of a qualified spot. If Lamberton were to qualify, he would start 10th in the field because, of course, this is his first week out and his handicap would be perfect.
Yeah, the fact that he is hounding last week's winner, that tells me that car right out of the box is pretty darn good.
Well, he's done a really good job helping out Danny Sullivan with his limited late model car at the halfway point now for Jake Branham. And he just got the bug back. He's been around the racetrack helping out Danny Sullivan. He's got the bug back. And he's got that 29L off in the bunker.
Yeah,
turn number 2.
Just about. He overdrove the 2nd turn.
Well, he was so excited he got around the 20 of LaFountain. He stayed in the throttle too much off the 2nd turn. He's trying to fight back now on the top of the racetrack. Side by side with the 20 of LaFountain. Good run off of turn number 2 for the 29 on the top of the racetrack. Lamberton in the 29 looking for a way by. Mike Finney bogged down behind the 2 of them. Finney hasn't been able to find a way by.
Top 5 and only top 5 get handicapped. And right now, you've got 2 cars behind LaFountain that are itching to get into that top 5. It's not easy to get past Jamie in the number 20.
Finney in a similar position to last week, outside the qualified spot, looking for a way in. No doubt about this one. Jake Branham's going to take it in the Huntley Trucking number 1. He's got a half backstretch advantage over Kevin Broderick. Nice job by Kevin right now. He's in the 2nd spot. Trying to hold off Rick Donor for that 2nd spot. Here they come. Jake Branham wins it in the Huntley Trucking 1. 2nd's going to go to Broderick. 3rd is to Donor. 4th, Susie. 5th might have been Lamberton.
I thought Lamberton had it at the line.
Lamberton on top. LaFountain would be 6th. So 9 cars to go 6 laps. Here they come off the 4th turn. Green. Flag is out. Rob Signs in the number 3, takes the advantage down on the inside. The 69 of Josh Lavarnway with a good run down the backstretch on top of the racetrack. Here comes Tyson Drown in the 6th. They're side by side for the 2nd spot. Here comes Tyson Drown in the 6th through to the inside. He might take the lead off the 4th turn. No. Getting a bump draft down the front stretch as that 3 is signed from the 69 of Josh Lavarnway. And now Lavarnway getting a bump draft from the 14 of Rob Clark. There they go down the back stretch, bump drafting. Who would have expected it here at Airborne Speedway in the 4-cylinder division? Tyson Drown is the leader in this whole bumper tag fest. Running second right now, it's Lavarnway in the number 69. Signs is on top. He's in third, but he is backsliding on the top of the racetrack. Clark moves through to third in the 14, and Clark's in fourth also. No, not the same guy, 2 different people. Fifth is Amber Turner in the 86, and Eric Riel is moving in the 02 on top of the racetrack. He's behind Chris Clark in the 77. Those two had contact in the start of the makeup feature that we ran race number 1. Bad news for Rob Signs. The Fastenal number 3 is headed pit side. Perhaps a tire down with some numerous contact that was made at the front of the pack early on. Parallel flags this time by, 2 to go for the 6 of Tyson Drown. Tyson in the number 6 has a 1 car length advantage over the 14 of Rob Clark, but how quickly that 1 car length advantage turns to none, and now it's a disadvantage. Problems for that number 6 car, as he seemed to be off the pace as they worked down the backstretch. Seemed like all those other cars were running on 4 cylinders, and that 6 was only running on 2 or 3. White flag is out one more time around for Rob Clark. Oh, hang on to it, Josh Lavarnway. Nice save. The 69 was dirt tracking it in turn number 1, and that was a nice save. Here comes Rob Clark in the number 14. Final time through turns 3 and 4. He wins qualifier number 1 for the Minimod. Second's going to go to Tyson Drown. Third to Chris Clark. Fourth, Amber Turner. Fifth, Eric Riel. Here in the Busch Spear Mini Modifieds. Richie Peterson ready to go with the green flag. Here comes the field off the 4th turn. Green flag is out. Dead even on the start. In turn number 1, they're side by side. In turn 2, they're side by side. But as they drive away off turn number 2, Pete Blaney sticks the nose out in front. Here comes Tim LaFountain in the 41, thinking to go down to the inside in that 41 car. He tries to get it to stick off the 4th turn. It does, but he can't complete the pass down on the inside. Kane Favreau in the 20K looks to move down on the inside as well. He's hanging onto the back bumper to the 41 of Tim LaFountain. We get Dale O'Neill going the 16 up on top of the racetrack. He's up to the outside of the 45B of Laporte. Laporte runs down on the inside in the 5th spot. And the 16 of O'Neill is up on top in 6th. They race down to the stripe for that 5th position, and it might have been Laporte's at the line, but here comes O'Neill on the top. Don't count out Jason Chris. Here comes Jason Chris. They're 3 wide for 2nd, and then 3 wide behind them for 5th. Oh, boy, 3 wide and 3 wide. Pete Blady's got a rear view mirror full of race cars, 3 wide. He's saying, keep going at it, and I'm going to try and drive away. Uh-oh, hang on to it, Josh Laporte. He does. Good save by Josh Laporte in the 45B. Might have cost him a qualified spot, though, as the 45B got sideways in turn number 1. Jason Chris is moving down on the inside in that 54 car. Here comes the 20K of Kane Favreau. He's going to take the lead over at the stripe with 2 laps to go here in the 2nd qualifier, final qualifier of the night for the Mini-Mod division and for all divisions. Here goes Pete Blaney fighting back on the top in the 22B. It's Favreau down on the bottom. They're side by side off of turn number 4. Favreau sticks the nose out in front. White flag is out. 1 more to go for Kane Favreau in the Saranac Country Store number 20K. Whoa! Pete Blaney gives him a little shot down on the inside in turn number 1. Jason Chris takes all advantage of that, and he's right on the back bumper of the 20K of Kane Favreau. Chris going to take the Bud Light Platinum number 54 up on top of the racetrack. It's going to be a drag race for the win off the 4th turn. Down on the inside, it's going to be Kane Favreau. Jason Chris 2nd, 3rd to Pete Blaney, 4th Dale O'Neill, 5th the 41 of Tim LaFountain.
Is the point leader. Chasing him in the point standings is car number 70, Jason McClatchy. The car at his door in the 17. The car right behind him in the H2O. The penultimate race for the Renegades of 2013, and the green flag is out. The field works off into turns 1 and 2. Mark Caron on the inside, Josh Terry on the outside. Josh Terry looking for his first win this year, as is Mark Caron in that 5 car. Right behind him, 2 drivers that picked up their first career victories in the Renegade division this season. Josh Leclerc last week, and Ryan Booten in the number 28 won for the first time earlier this season. Behind those guys, almost 3 wide. Jason McClatchy thinking about threading the needle, but Richie Turner gets a good run on the outside line. Ryan Booten also moving to the front with car number 28. Out front, Josh Terry in the 43 car. Mark Karen in car number 5 down to the inside, back to third as Ryan Booten had the second spot at the stripe. The leader is the 43 of Josh Terry. Here comes Ryan Booten on the outside. He'll grab second. Richie Turner on the outside looking to get to third. Lance Raptoy, car number 11, snookered behind that inside line. Josh Leclerc's had enough of the inside. He looked up towards the middle, but he may lose a position to Raptoy in the 11 car. The leader is Josh Terry. Hooked to his back bumper, Ryan Booten in the 28. Richie Turner goes to third. Here comes McClatchy working the rim. McClatchy in car number 70 trying to get around Mark Karen. He will on the outside to grab fourth. Richie Turner goes back to the top. He takes it right to the wall off of the fourth turn. Josh Terry continues to work the outside as well as Ryan Booten looks for a running line down on the inside. Booten trying to get it to stick down to the inside as Terry drives away to a half car length advantage over the 28. Richie Turner trying to plug on that outside line, moving towards the front as there are 3 cars battling for fifth, right behind McClatchy. Lance Raptoy down to the inside, Mark Karen in the middle, Josh Leclerc on the outside. Josh Terry hangs on to lead. Richie Turner works on the top of the racetrack. Ryan Booten in car number 28 running in the second spot. McClatchy is in the thick of things as well with car number 70. He's a 4-time winner this year. Turner in the 17 has won 3 times with that number 17 car. They're all chasing Josh Terry out front. Right on his back bumper is Ryan Booten in car number 28. The 70 of McClatchy down on the inside of Richie Turner trying to take the spot away. Turner got a good run on the top of the racetrack using the progressive banking. He works in the third spot as McClatchy tries to take it away from him on the inside. At the stripe, it was dead even for third. The leader, Josh Terry. Ryan Booten again trying to get his nose underneath, but he is not hooked down on that inside line. That's where Terry is able to drive away. He's on the top of the track. Josh Terry, car number 43, leading by a car length as they work off the fourth turn. Ryan Booten does a better job off the fourth turn with the inside line, but in 1 and 2, that's where he seems to throw some of it away as the 70 of McClatchy gets a good run down inside. He had a peek to the inside of the 28 of Ryan Booten. Richie Turner has faded back to fourth. Booten is still there on the inside. In turn number 4, trying to draw even down the front stretch. It's still the 43 of Josh Terry. The 28 still nosing lap by lap, creeping up on the inside. The 70 of McClatchy also trying to dig down low. He is sitting in that third spot. Turner runs fourth. Lance Raptoy in the top 5 in car number 11. He's the point leader. 6 is the H2O of Rob Gordon. Josh Leclerc has car 7 running in 7th. Josh Terry to the inside, the 28 of Ryan Booten. Jason McClatchy is right on the back bumper. McClatchy trying to hook to the inside as well. He sees the 28 push a little bit off too. If McClatchy can work down to the inside of the 28, he'll have a shot at that second spot as they almost touch, maybe even doing so off of turn number 4. Josh Terry continues to hold on to the lead. Typical racing for the Renegades. Side-by-side action around the racetrack. Josh Terry pulling away a little bit now off of turn number 2. He is working well on the top of the racetrack. Car not fading yet with that number 43. The 28 of Ryan Booten, he wants to go to the top for a little while. He's been running down low. Now he's going to follow the 43, working a middle line. That opens up room down to the inside for McClatchy. Here comes McClatchy in car number 70. Booten goes to the top of the track. McClatchy says, fine, you want to do that? I'll go down low. The 70 now trying to take away the second spot from Ryan Booten in car number 28. McClatchy has second at the line. 4 wins this year for Jason McClatchy in the Renegade division. Looking to make it 5. In 2013, he's gone to second. Ryan Booten has faded back to third, and it might be fourth in a second as here comes Richie Turner chugging underneath. Turner in car number 17, door to door with a 28. At the line, it was Turner on the inside. The leader is Josh Terry, but now Jason McClatchy is making for a bid. He's making a bid for the lead down the backstretch, headed to turns 3 and 4. McClatchy trying to draw even. A little sideways into the third turn as they drag race off the fourth turn down the front stretch to the line. It is Josh Terry by a foot. Josh Terry holding on to the lead. 15 laps showing complete on the scoreboard. Terry off of turn number 2 gets a good run. But McClatchy is running well in 3 and 4. Side-by-side racing for that third spot. Richie Turner's down low. Ryan Booten's on the top. Still right behind them, the 11 of Lance Raptoy. Robert Gordon also trying to draw in. That time at the line, Josh Terry holding on to the advantage. It was about a 7-foot lead for car number 43. They are dead even down the backstretch going to the third turn. Now the 70 puts the nose out in front. Side by side racing into turn number 4. They work down the front stretch to the line. It's going to be Jason McClatchy to lead lap number 17. McClatchy takes the lead for the first time on the 17th lap. The 43 of Josh Terry fading back to the second spot now. McClatchy can run whatever line he wants to. Tyler Terry in the 44 trying to close in on the top 5. He is back in that 6th spot. And behind him, John Booten running in 7th. And then Josh Leclerc has faded back to 8th. Make them 8th, 9th, and 10th. But the leader is the 70 of McClatchy. Josh Terry running in 2nd. Richie Turner runs 3rd. Lance Raptoy trying to take the 4th spot away now from Ryan Booten, as Meadowman may impact things along the front stretch. He's a lap car. He'll go down a lap where the junk is beautiful, number 2. Lance Raptoy is able to grab that 4th spot away from Ryan Booten, who is now 5th. 6th is Rob Gordon. 7th is Tyler Terry. 8th is John Booten. 9th is Josh Leclerc, and Rob Favreau rounds out the top 10. Side-by-side battle for 2nd, which is A-OK with Jason McClatchy with less than 5 laps to go for the 70 car. He is on his way to picking up win number 5 for that number 70 machine. McClatchy leads by 12 car lengths. Good battle for 2nd. Richie Turner is inside. Josh Terry is outside, and right behind them is the high point guy. That's car number 11, Lance Raptoy. McClatchy, the 2nd place point man coming into the night. He would stand to pick up 60 points with a victory. Lance Raptoy running in 4th would get 50 points for the night. That means there'd be a 19-point advantage if they finish like this going to next Sunday's final event. It would be a 19-point lead for the 11 of Lance Raptoy. Smoke billowing out of the left rear of the 17 of Richie Turner. Lance Raptoy has moved to 3rd now. That means Raptoy would drop 8 points tonight to Jason McClatchy. Out front, the 70, seeing 2 laps to go. McClatchy comfortable with a 15 car length advantage over the 17 of Richie Turner. Lance Raptoy has 3rd. 4th, Josh Terry. 5th is Ryan Booten in car number 28. Coming after him is Rob Gordon. Here comes the leader off turn number 4. We'll follow him around one final lap. 1 lap to go for the 70 of Jason McClatchy, who took the lead on lap number 17, and he is going to win by nearly half the front stretch. McClatchy about to win for the 5th time as he works through 3 and 4. Down the front stretch, he can see the checkered flag, and he is going to win it. 5th win for McClatchy. 2nd goes to Turner in the 17. 3rd to Raptoy. 4th goes to the 43 of Josh Terry. And at the line, it was the 28 of Ryan Booten finishing in the 5th spot. 6th goes to Rob Gordon with the H2O. But Jason McClatchy in car number 7.
All right, Rob is headed trackside. He will get a word with tonight's TRD trailer sales winner, 5-time winner in the division, Jason McClatchy in that number 70. Jason with that familiar backwards victory lap that we always see him do. Give him a nice round of applause up there in turn number 1 as he brings the checkers home. Jason McClatchy, it's his 5th time this season. As he pulls the CNN Hobbies D's pit stop, number 70, in to victory lane. In the number 70, we'll go downstairs to Rob Knowles, who's standing by.
All right, McClatchy's going to climb out of this thing in just a second. It's his 5th win in 2013. And again, the parity in this division, it really speaks to how well Jay and his team have done setting this car up on a regular basis. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. That's win number 5 for car number 70 and Jason McClatchy. Jay, come on over. Car was hooked up wherever you wanted it to go, on the outside and then down on the inside. Ultimately, you showed good patience. Ryan Booten was on the inside for a number of laps. You were right on his back bumper. Eventually, his car, though, wanted to go to the top of the track. and you were able to take advantage as your car still stuck down on the inside.
It's stuck down there. It's really good down there in the bottom, and I got so many people to thank here. I got CNN Hobbies, D's Pit Stop, High Voltage Designs, Vermont Motorsports Magazine, Justice for Children, Yuki's Redemption Center, SNL Trucking, all them guys, big help.
What is the key, Jay, to making it stick down low? We see so many drivers in this division have to go to the top of the racetrack as this car starts to fade. What's key to making it work down low?
We got to do a lot of work. A lot of work on the car.
I know you don't want to give any secrets away.
Shock, stagger, a little bit of it all.
Well, right now you've got it all working for you. Nice job on win number 5.
Thank you very much.
All right, there's Jason McClatchy. He wins for the 5th time.
3-1 win.
Down in victory lane. Well, based on the qualifier, I'm not sure. Unless
Who do
it's
you pick?
sandbagging.
Who do you pick?
I'm going to take the. I'm going to take the 38.
I'll go with the D1. I'll go with the Quebecois. The green flag is out, and you wouldn't know it.
Well, that's okay. They're feeling, they're making sure the car's
They're
underneath
warming it
them.
up.
They're feeling their oats. 3 wide in the middle of the pack, racing for 4th.
We got Harold step on it.
Yep. Well, he's not going to let that guy go by too easily. Uh-oh. He's drifting
he's
up to the
pushing.
top of the track. That opens up room for the D1. Now, out front, it is the number 69 of Seward, the Lee, Massachusetts driver leading. The number 76 running in the 2nd spot. As they work along the front stretch, the D1 of Bruno Lacroix has moved to 3rd, moving towards 2nd. Jake Branham in the 38, taking 3rd away down on the inside, and now going in front of the D1. Ha-ha! My pick to the lead. Way to go, Jake. Taking the lead away. Chris Kay is trying to keep him in sight. He's trying to size up the D1 and perhaps make a move on that D1 car. But Jake Branham's got the lead with the number 38.
I think KA is just saving the tires in that 5 and 7/8 car.
Oh, he's playing it cool.
After what I saw him do in the qualifier.
In the 5th spot. Well, we know the D1, and when it comes down to the win, is going to go for it because he was raising that left front tire right up off the surface.
He doesn't
on
mind
the final
wrecking
lap of
that
the
car.
qualifier, even. No. So the leader, Jake Branham with a 38. Then it is the 69. Now Jake was able to fly past the 69 and the 76 to take the lead away. He's kind of worked the throttle a little bit once he has taken the lead. The 69 is trying to hang with him. And then Bruno in the D1 sitting in that 3rd spot. Oh, Bruno, he's going.
There he goes.
All right, the race might be on soon.
Excellent.
Bruno Lacroix around the outside of the 69. Now he's gone to 2nd. The tempo may pick up soon. Here comes the 5 and 7/8. He's going to 3rd. The cream of the 8 cars appears to have risen to the top. Harold Ormsby's number 10 still working around the track on the outside of the racetrack. The 38, Jake Branham. Bruno Lacroix in the D1. That's the name that you could just say all day long, and eventually you get bored with that, but for now, not yet. Here comes Chris K.A. to the inside. Wheel-to-wheel vintage racing through turns 3 and 4. Bruno Lacroix saw him out of the left corner of his eye and said, I'm not going to stay comfortable with you down to my left. I'm going to hang on to this 2nd spot. Don't take 2nd away from me. Meanwhile, Jake Branham, who has the advantage of having that rearview mirror, looks at it and he sees that they're still pretty darn close. Now, I think when Jake wants to step on it and try to pull away from these guys, he's going to be able to do it.
Halfway.
All right.
Bruno leads him at the halfway. Branham rather leads him at the halfway. Bruno is charging. Lacroix in the D1 is trying to get past that 38 of Jake Branham. Oh boy, look at Branham punching
that's
out
what
the
I'm talking about.
He's playing possum.
Well, he's taking it easy out front. He's saving it for the end of the race.
Well, we saw Lacroix do that in the heat race.
But see, he gets on the front stretch. All of a sudden, they're chasing down Harold Ormsby real fast. Now, they're going to have to take their time around the number 10. These vintage race cars, like I said earlier, the last thing you want to do is wreck one of these things.
Well, they come up on Ormsby, and they're able to go by him down on the inside.
They gingerly work past. Now they'll accelerate until they get on the back of the pack, the next two. The next car in line is Joe Kiefner's, number 99, the old Gremlin style modified.
Yeah.
One of your father's first cars was a Gremlin.
Branham comes up on them. He uses the horn on him.
I'm not sure he could hear that horn. That horn was too low. Branham goes around. Bruno Lacroix looking on that third line up top. So he's working the rim. Chris K.A. just continues to follow around the outside. Jake Branham flies around Wes Mooney, 79. But Bruno Lacroix follows him. I think that, again, they could just be setting up an Alcoa finish down to the final few laps. They've got an open track now. Jake Branham in the 38. Bruno Lacroix in the D1. And the 5 7/8 for Chris K. K.A. just got up a real good head of steam off of turn number 2. Look at this. He's going after second. They're going to start racing for second any time now. 2 laps to go. Jake Branham in the 38. Trying to hold off Bruno Lacroix. Granby, Quebec. That's where Lacroix is from with that D1. Jake Branham driving the wild Bill Branham, number 38, is going to bring it down to the white flag.
Good time.
Just one lap to go. Bill Branham in the 30, Jake Branham rather in the 38.
Oh, there you go.
Lacroix looking down to the inside. Jake Branham, he's not going to give him, he's just going to roll over.
He's going to go on one
He's going to have to earn it. Look out, Harold Ormsby. They're coming quickly off of turn number 4. It's a drag race down the line. The checkered flag, and Jake Branham wins. Bruno Lacroix second. Third, Chris K.A. And fourth through 8, the rest of the bunch. But the Massachusetts, Bruno Lacroix from Granby, Quebec, with that D1. We appreciate his effort as well. And a number of local folks that have vintage cars of their own that they maintain. And we see them here at the racetrack once in a while, and we appreciate them bringing their cars here also. Once again, after this concludes on the front stretch, we'll have hot laps for the Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Jake Branham doing a burnout in the middle of the Airborne backstretch with that number 38 car. Hopefully nothing breaks on it. As he wins our vintage exhibition race. Here comes Jake off of turn number 4. He'll bring the checkered flag back along the front stretch. Harold Ormsby is also down along the front stretch as well. Turn it on and off again. Turn it on and off again. All right, Jake Branham is out of his car. We'll throw Robbie the other wireless mic. Hopefully he can catch it and not drop it.
This microphone works. Jake will get pictures, and then I'll jump in there and talk to him. Jake Whitten, and Jake, nice job in this car. Talk about how much fun it's got to be to drive a vintage racing car like this. And 50 years of Branham racing this year, I'm told.
It's definitely a blast. It's a lot more power than my modified, that's for sure.
Well, it seemed as though you took it easy. You had so much power in this thing, you could have just dusted the field, but you took it easy, and you had a lot of fun at the end there, too.
Definitely. That was the best part of the whole night.
Well, congratulations on the win in this. Maybe you can get one in the Sportsman Modified tonight. Congratulations also, the whole Branham Racing family, on 50 years this year.
Thank you.
All right, that's Jake Branham, and then we'll go talk to it used to be. It looked like you had a lot of fun. Talk about when you first started racing here, and then maybe also your most favorite moment of racing here at the Speedway.
Probably when I won, not when I wrecked.
That's always a favorite. When did you start racing here?
I believe 1959.
So right towards the beginning of the track opening up?
Well, shortly after. It was still dirt when I started. And then I quit in, I believe, 73 when the modified were here no longer.
Well, nice job throughout the years. The Ormsby family is certainly a good racing family and a well-known racing family here at the racetrack. Great supporters of the Speedway. The Speedway appreciates it, and it's good that you got to have fun tonight in the old number 10.
Well, it's the first time I've been on the track in 40 years. I hate to say it, but
Well, nice job, and hopefully you had fun.
I did. All right. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us, Harold. That's Harold Ormsby. Been with the racetrack since 1959. Long time.
8-point advantage. Ready to rock and roll tonight. 25 laps the distance for the Adirondack Water Systems Limited Late Models. Green flag is out. The inside line tries to get the advantage with Dave Raptoy down on the inside. There goes Larry Underwood. Here comes Danny Sullivan, 3 wide. 3-car battle for the lead on the opening lap going to turn number 3. 3 cars. Oh, look out. Larry Underwood goes around. Jamie Begor gets underneath. Robin Wood goes to the top of the racetrack, and we've got a yellow flag. A yellow flag, and it's not going to happen right away, but eventually you could see all 3 of those cars make their way to the front if they can get around that 21 of Dave Raptoy. But you know the inside line's going to put up a fight as well. Here they come down the front stretch. Green flag is out. Danny Sullivan on the outside line trying to take the lead in turn 2, and he will. The 21 of Dave Raptoy running in third as Jamie Begor gets past on the outside. Off the backstretch, Toby Ebersol on the 18. He gets back on track with the 18 car. Begor, the 19, has gone to the second spot. Third is Bucko Branham around the outside. Robin Wood has made a move to the top of the racetrack as well, as Robin Wood tries to get around Dave Raptoy in car number 21. Robin Wood will move to the 4th spot. Bucko Branham looks down to the inside of Jamie Begor racing into turn number 3. Branham with a touch to the 19, gets him a little bit loose going to the 4th turn, and now he tries to drive underneath for the 2nd spot. Danny Sullivan in car number 3 has the lead. Bucko Branham in car number 20 running in 2nd. Jamie Begor on the outside runs 3rd. Robin Wood in car number 61 trying to size up that 19 car. Those are the top 2-point cars. The 61 has an 8-point advantage over car number 19 and Jamie Begor. Danny Sullivan leading by 4 car lengths over the 20 of Bucko Branham. Track temperatures have cooled. This track should be fast. And right now Sullivan is out front leading by 4. Branham trying to close in. The 19 of Begor running 3rd, trying to hold off Robin Wood. Robin Wood's car was dialed in practice. I talked to Jamie's crew. He said the crew told me that Jamie was not real happy with the handle on his car. And Robin Wood is sizing him up for a pass as he tries to take the 3rd spot away. Here comes Robin Wood through on the inside. Begor working on the top of the racetrack. They'll run side by side for position. Begor hanging on to 3rd for now. They make contact going into turn number 1. Wood still down on the inside. Begor on the top of the track, racing for position. If Wood is able to work past Begor, he will extend his point lead going into the final week. And right now it would be a 2-point extension, which would mean Robin would have a 10-point lead going into the final race. Bucko Branham is closed onto the back bumper of car number 3 of Danny Sullivan as well. Side-by-side racing for the 3rd spot continues. Robin Wood, lap by lap, corner by corner, picking up position on the 19 and at the line, clearly in that 3rd spot. But he still has not completely finished the pass. Now he will in turn 2. Robin Wood has gone to 3rd. Let's see if he can chase down the top 2 cars. Branham is right on the back bumper of the 3 of Danny Sullivan. Branham will follow Sullivan down along the front stretch. Lap 8 goes up on the board. Sullivan shows the way. Branham right off the back bumper as they work down the back stretch off the 2nd turn. Robin Wood is pulling away from Jamie Begor. Dylan Paye is closing in on Jamie Begor. Begor is a sandwich between Wood and Paye running in that 4th spot. Paye is 5th. 6th right now is Dave Raptoy. 7th is Dave Paye. Toby Ebersol off the pace of the 18. It appears as though he perhaps has made contact with the wall. Bucko Branham making contact with the 3 of Danny Sullivan towards the front. Chief starter Richie Peterson with a wary eye towards car number 20. The 3 of Sullivan trying to hold off the 20 of Branham. Not yet to the halfway point. Sullivan has the advantage. Branham drives it deep into turn number 3. He pushes up the track a little bit. Sullivan will hold on to lead. It is still Sullivan leading at the line. Branham's car not quite hooked up down on the inside at the exit of the 4th turn. Doesn't get the bite off 4. Doesn't quite get the bite off turn number 2, although that time he had room to push up the track and follow behind Sullivan. This time he's back underneath him. Let's see if he gets better bite down to the inside off 4. Again, he comes up the track a little bit. Sullivan with a good run down the front stretch to hang on to the lead. Side-by-side battle for the lead. As they fight for the lead, Robin Wood is closing in. Robin Wood runs in the third spot. Begor running in fourth. This time by, it'll be halfway for leader Danny Sullivan. Robin Wood is right there in the third position, just off the back bumper. Danny Sullivan working that 3-car in turns 1 and 2. He uses the top. Branham again can't get the bite he's looking for off the second turn. He'll dive deep down to the inside. Sullivan takes that lower line away this time and through turn number 4. Robin Wood is there as well, sitting in the third spot, just 1 car length off the back of car number 20. Jamie Begor runs in fourth. Here's Branham underneath Sullivan at turn number 2. They push up the racetrack down the backstretch. As Sullivan is able to hold off Branham. Branham again trying to dig underneath. Side by side racing for the lead. Here they come off of turn number 4. Down the line this time. A much better run for Branham. On the inside, Sullivan still had the advantage though at the line. So, Branham's got the lead in turn 2. Down the backstretch. Sullivan surges back towards the point. Branham on the inside, leading into turns 3 and 4. Sullivan trying to come back after him on the outside. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. Bucko Branham's the new leader. Branham takes the lead on lap number 16. He now tries to pull away from Danny Sullivan. Here comes Robin Wood. Robin Wood now going to the second spot as Sullivan pushed high off turn number 2. Robin Wood going to second. That gets him now 56 points. He would gain 6 on the night on Begor if they finish this way, and would have a 14-point advantage going to the final week. And the way that 61 team has performed, it would basically take some type of wreck that would knock out the 61 for Begor to have much of a legitimate shot. But Robin Wood is not thinking about finishing second tonight. He still has time to try to make a move on Bucko Branham, but Branham is turning some very fast lap times. That last lap, though, Robin Wood was a 1/10 of a second quicker than Bucko Branham. So let's see if Wood can make a move and close in. Brent Jarvis in the number 28 is off the pace. He is slowed. A top turn number 2, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. That changes this game dramatically. Branham on the inside, Robin Wood on the outside, eyes to the front. Who's it going to be? They're on it. They want to go. Here they come into turn number 4. Down the front stretch to the line. Green flag. It's a good restart as they are even working into turns 1 and 2. Now Branham with the advantage down low. Here comes Wood. The progressive banking. We'll see if it kicks in down the backstretch, trying to draw even. Almost getting off the back of the outside of the racetrack on the backstretch was Robin Wood. Branham on the inside. Robin Wood taking it right up to the wall down the line. Branham trying to clear him in 1 and 2. He had the advantage at the stripe. Robin Wood trying to stay at his outside, trying to keep him down on the racetrack. They work off of 2 down the backstretch. Again, Branham trying to clear the 61. Jamie Begor trying to grab third away from the 3 of Danny Sullivan. That would cut into the point loss. 5 to go for Bucko Branham. Robin Wood still at his door on the outside. Now Branham pushes up in front. Wood is there on the outside. Branham trying to clear him down the backstretch. Wood is still there on the outside as they go to 3 and 4. He still kept the front of his car to the outside of car number 20. Off the 4th turn down the front stretch, Branham has the lead. He can go wherever he wants now. It's the inside line. That's his place to be. Robin Wood tries to slingshot down the inside, trying to dig underneath. Can't quite get there. They touch down the backstretch. Robin Wood hangs on to the lead. Make that Bucko Branham hangs on the lead. Robin Wood look to the outside. Wood running in that second spot. Battle for third still ongoing. Jamie Begor on the outside has the third spot. Danny Sullivan 4th down on the inside. Dylan Paye running in the 5th position. Bucko Branham's lead is a car length down the backstretch. Robin Wood, does he have one final card to play? Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go for Bucko Branham. Branham working the low line. Robin Wood down on the inside. Jamie Begor still 3rd on the outside as they work down the backstretch with Danny Sullivan to his door. Robin Wood right on the back bumper. Look out, we've got a spin in turn 2. Yellow flag. Yellow flag back out. We're going to do it all again. 3 wins this year for the 61. 4 wins this year for car number 20. Slowly into turn number 3. Robin starts to punch it on the outside. Branham says not yet. Where are you going? Now he wants to go. Here they come off turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag is out. It's a great restart on the outside for Wood. Robin Wood on the outside through turn number 2. Look out, contact. 07 Paye, 73 Underwood. Underwood off towards the Jersey barrier. Paye off towards the Jersey barrier. The 3 of Sullivan is also off the backstretch. Yellow flag is out. Yellow flag as 2 cars go up. And man, is it ever. All right, let's see how they play it this time. Robin starts to go again. Bucko hanging. Now he wants to go. All right, here they come through turn number 4 down the front stretch. They're on it. Green flag is out. Good restart at the line. It was Branham by a foot. Robin Wood knows this is his shot. Jamie Begor has third. He has cleared Danny Sullivan, so he's fine sitting in that third spot. Side by side, battling for the lead. Branham with the advantage down low. Here they come through turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Branham by a foot on the inside. Robin Wood just about even on the outside. Trying to draw even down the backstretch. Down the backstretch, Robin Wood has drawn even. Bucko Branham works down on the inside. Into turn number 3, driving it deep into the turn. Branham's got the advantage down low. Here comes Wood up high. They drag race for the win. Down the line, it's the 20, Branham winning. The 61 of Wood is second. Begor third. Sullivan fourth. And it looked like Raptoy fifth in the number 21. The 20 and the 61 getting together off of turn number 2. The result.
All right, Rob's headed down trackside. He'll get a word with tonight's winner in the Adirondack Water Systems Limited Late Models, Bucko Branham. Bucko picks up his 5th win of the year in this division. Here he comes, pulling that Bud Light number 20 in by Robin Wood to race home to second tonight. Same to Jamie. Nice job, Jamie, coming home third this evening. And we'll throw it down trackside to Rob Knowles, who's standing by, waiting to talk to 5-time winner in the division, Bucko Branham.
All right. Well, certainly earning win number 5. About to climb out of his car, 5-time winner now. Surviving a couple of late race restarts. All right, here he is. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. 5th win for Bucko Branham. Come on over this way a little bit so we can still see you on camera. Well, you had to work for that one. Yep. I think I'll start with that, and then you take it wherever you want to go.
I mean, it was a great race between me, Robin and I. I mean, thank you very much.
And look to the inside line. You talked last week. You dialed in the inside line. A lot of these cars are going to the top of the racetrack. And to me, as you worked your way to the front, the inside line was where your car stuck and you were able to work underneath cars.
Yeah, I mean, there's, with the exception of, like Robin and Danny, they're tough. And we had to earn it tonight. I mean, I had to use up quite a bit of the racetrack. But like I said, I'm going to do what I got to do to win these last 2 races.
And it's another victory, and that's what you're trying to keep track of as well. Win number 5 for you. Nice job tonight.
Yeah, I don't have anybody supporting my car, so I got to do it myself. Thank you.
All right, so there's Bucko Branham, who wins for the 5th time this year. Tournament is driving the Nick Haywood 29 tonight for points in the 358 feature event. Green flag is out. Out front, it is the 3 of Chris Vernal. Vernal from Kingsbury, New York, hopping on board that 3 machine. Was very fast in the qualifier, leading out front. Lap number 1. Chris Vernal shows the way. Roger Labreche in the number 100 runs in the 2nd spot. They're sideways in the middle of the pack through turn number 2. Leon Gagnon, Chris K.A., George Foley. A lot of traffic as they work down the backstretch into the 3rd and 4th turns with Vernal pulling away out front. Roger Labreche runs in 2nd. 3rd is Mike Wells in car number 76. Here comes the CO2 of Craig Riel trying to get underneath down the backstretch. He'll grab that 3rd spot. On the outside, keep an eye on Todd Stone, the defending track champion. Wants to settle it tonight. He can claim back-to-back track championships by finishing ahead of car number 4, Leon Gagnon, and car number 19 of Jesse Mueller. He is well in front of the 19 and 2 spots right now in front of Leon Gagnon in the 4. So it could be a track championship clinching night for Todd Stone on board the G-Stone Motors 1X out of Middlebury, Vermont. Leading is Chris Vernal. Vernal driving the Dawson's Body Shop number 3 machine has a 12 car length advantage over the 100 of Roger Labreche. Working in the third spot, Craig Riel. Yellow flag is out for Jason Durgan. Durgan in the number 17 machine. The likes of Craig Riel with a CO2. And chase down that 3 machine of Vernold. Ready to run again. Here they come through turn number 4. They work down the front stretch. Green. Flag is out. Chris K.A. gets a piece of the wall on the restart, but he drives off to turn number 1. A gaggle of cars through turns 1 and 2. Craig Riel pushed up the track that collected the 25 of VN. Here comes Todd Stone slicing through on the inside. Todd Stone goes to third with the G-Stone Motors machine. Out front, it is the Dawson's Body Shop 3 of Chris Vernold. The Roger Lebrecht 100 runs in second. Third is Stone, sizing up Lebrecht, looking high, now down low to the inside in turn number 3. Lebrecht will hold him off for now. Stone running in that third spot. Fourth, it is Craig Riel. Patrick Dupree is knocking on his door. The pistol in the 24, down low to the inside in turn number 2. Dupree trying to wheel underneath the CO2. Here comes Stone. Stone to the inside of Roger Lebrecht. He'll power through on the inside. Todd Stone takes the second spot. A 100 Lebrecht now back to third. Fourth is Patrick Dupree in the 24. Fifth, Craig Riel with a CO2. Leon Gagnon goes to the sixth spot. Right now, Todd Stone is in a position to clinch his second straight track championship in the Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car Modifieds. He runs in the second spot, trying to chase down Kingsbury, New York's Chris Vernold. Vernold, who won last year, looking for his first win of 2013. He broke the rear end on his car last Saturday night. Hops on board the Andy Linneman number 3, and he shows the way. But Stone is chasing him down. Roger Lebrecht in the 100 trying to hold off Patrick Dupree. Meanwhile, George Foley's flying. Oh, look out! There goes the CO2 of Craig Riel. Max Vienne in the 25 goes spinning into the infield. Riel does a spin and roll as he keeps driving away from that. But the Vienne, Jesse Mueller, 9th in the 19, and Mike Wells rounds out the top 10, car 76. Can Vernold hold off Todd Stone? Let's find out right now. Here they come through turn number 4, down the front stretch to the line, green flag. Stone on the outside. Vernold down on the inside. Vernold with the nose in front. Here comes Stone. Stone on the top of the racetrack, trying to take the lead going to 3 and 4. Drives around the 3 car. He's got the lead going to the 4th turn. Down the front stretch, Todd Stone with a winning move. He's your new leader. Patrick Dupree is also on the move. Labatt Blue Light number 24 tries the top of the racetrack, looking outside now, perhaps down to the inside at 3 and 4. Contact right behind, just inside the top 10. Craig Riel having a rough ride. Jesse Mueller trying to come through. Pat McGrail was also there with a 1. The 3 of Vernold running second. The 24 of Dupree in third. What they both have in common is that they are falling further and further behind the 1X. It's now a half front stretch lead for Todd Stone. Dupree looking to the inside of the 3 car as they work off turn number 2. Chris Vernold holding off Patrick Dupree for now. But Dupree trying to dig underneath and get that spot. Lap by lap gaining on it. He's got it now. Patrick Dupree has gone to second. Closing in is Leon Gagnon. Gagnon is the second place point man here at Airborne Speedway, running in the 4th spot, trying to chase down Chris Vernold in the 3 car. Jason Durgan heading back to the pits again with car number 17. Next time by, the Mod Squad will be halfway tonight, and Todd Stone has a half backstretch advantage over the 24 of Patrick Dupree. Leon Gagnon now sizing up Chris Vernold for third. Gagnon takes his Troyer down to the inside of turn number 4, and he'll drive away along the front stretch. He's got third. Vernold running in the 4th spot. George Foley will be the next car to dig after the 3. Here comes Foley down to the inside off turn number 2. Vernold will hold him off for now. Foley has room down low. Foley through on the inside. He will take the 4th spot. And the Vernold number 3 car goes back to 5th. That car is fading. Jesse Mueller runs in the 6th spot. 7th is Roger Lebrecht in the number 100. 8th is Craig Riel. He's the CO2. Running 9th is the 1 of Pierre Bertillon. And Chris K.A. rounds out the top 10. There is Todd Stone with the G-Stone Motors 1X crossing the start-finish line already off turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Todd Stone with a near full backstretch advantage over the 24 of Patrick Dupree. If a caution were to come out, it would be interesting to see if Dupree had anything for Todd Stone. We'll check the lap times. It's a 16.144 that last lap for Todd Stone, and a 16.187 for Patrick Dupree. So Dupree is in the ballpark, but Todd Stone a tick faster on the time And that last lap, 16.068 for Stone, 16.2 for Dupree, so nearly 0.2 of a second quicker. That last lap was Todd Stone with a G-Stone Motors machine over Patrick Dupree. 10 laps to go this time for Todd Stone. 10 laps to another track title. Stone from Middlebury, Vermont was the 2012 Airborne Speedway Dirt Car 358 track champion, and he's looking to go back-to-back tonight. And barring some type of mechanical breakdown, he is well on his way to doing it. He came into the night with a comfortable margin of 61 points with only 2 point counting events remaining, and he now leads by the backstretch over Patrick Dupree. Michael Labreche is off the pace. Labreche from Joliet, Quebec in the number 13 is going to limp into the infield. Will he be far enough off the racetrack? They're going to allow things to continue for now, as Labreche 13 is parked just off the racetrack in turn number 3. The leader working underneath the 28 of Eric Losier. Losier will go down a lap. And now the yellow flag is going to come out. Lap 23, yellow call goes out to the field. For the Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car 358 modified. Single file on the restart as they work through turn number 3. Slow pace set by Stone. Slow pace into 4. Now he's on the hammer down the front stretch. Green flag is out. Stone trying to pull away through 1 and 2. Patrick Dupree trying to go with him. It's a 3-car length advantage off 2. Here comes Mueller. Mueller in the 19, diving down underneath the 34 of George Foley. Jesse Mueller, the 18-year-old out of Olmstedville, New York, will take 4th off of turn number 4. Todd Stone shows the way. Pat Dupree runs in 2nd. Leon Gagnon is 3rd. Mueller runs 4th. 5th is George Foley. Running in 6th is that number 3 machine being piloted tonight by Chris Vernold. Vernold, number 97, broke the rear end in last Saturday's feature event. And Vernold has done well in the 3, running in the 6th spot. Roger Labreche is 7th. Craig Riel runs 8th. Running in 9th is Max Vienne, and rounding out the top 10 is the 18 of Chris Kaye. 5 laps to go now for Todd Stone. Stone's advantage is 10 car lengths off turn number 2. Patrick Dupree can just about see the back end of that 1X as he sails off through turns 3 and 4. Setting a fast pace. The lap time this time for Stone, he's under 16 seconds. 15.994, second fastest lap of the race. The fastest lap was that previous one that was turned by Stone, which was just a tick quicker. Dupree, 16.16 that last lap. So again, 0.2 of a second faster was Todd Stone. That machine is getting faster down the stretch. Right at 16 flat that lap for Todd Stone as he continues to sail away from Patrick Dupree. A good battle on the racetrack. Craig Riel, Roger Labreche racing for position off turn 2. Max Vienne is also there as Craig Riel drives underneath, and the 25 of Vienne tries to go with him. Less than 2 laps remaining now for Todd Stone, who is on his way to a track championship. Stone working through turn number 4 will stay with the leader as the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. The G-Stone Motors machine made Airborne a home in 2012. He won a track title. He has been the dominant car since week number 1 back at the start of May as he works through turns 3 and 4. Todd Stone is the 2013 Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car Modified 358 track champion. Patrick Dupree 2nd, 3rd Leon Gagnon, 4th Jesse Mueller, 5th to George Foley, 6th goes to Chris Vernold, 7th is going to be Craig Riel, 8th to Max Vienne, 9th Roger Labreche, 10th goes to the 18 of Chris Kaye.
All right, Rob is headed down trackside. He'll get a word with tonight's winner and the new track champion, as long as he shows up next week. That's all he's going to do is show up. 1X tonight. He picks up his 6th win of the year on board that 1X. We'll go down trackside to Rob Knowles, who's standing by, awaiting to talk to Todd Stone.
And as you said, Robbie, that is win number 6 for the Middlebury, Vermont driver. It win clinches the 2013 track championship. So he is the Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car Modified champion. Give him a nice round of applause. Todd Stone, everybody. Back-to-back track championships now on board the G-Stone Motors number 1X. All right, here is Todd Stone. Man, the car was hooked up again. Hang on, I don't want to ruin the microphone, but they're waiting for you over there.
I see that.
Just don't ruin my microphone, Rob. Well, congratulations. You've had a dominant car really since the start of the season. And again tonight, the car was just so fast. You could see it early on. Some of these other cars were hooked up, but you were able to drive right past.
Well, my starting position obviously helped, but, I'll take it. It's been a long season. I've enjoyed racing here. I hope the fans have enjoyed the show. And I want to thank my team, my dad, my wife, my kids, my father-in-law, everybody that comes every week to support me. Thank you very much.
Key to your race tonight, obviously the car was hooked up, and when you stepped on it, man, the car went wherever you wanted it to go.
The car was hooked up, but really it was a little tight in the middle of the corner, so I just slowed down more than I wanted to, but then I could, get back going again. I'd rather have a little looser car tonight, but we got the job done. That's all that matters.
Back-to-back track championships in this division is a real accomplishment. You should be really proud of that, and I know you share it with the team.
Yes, I'm very proud of it. The guys work very hard on the car every week. You got a positive attitude. We got a good team, and I've been racing since I was 20 years old. I'm 45 now. This is actually only my third championship, and it feels pretty good.
Well, enjoy it, and I think you might get wet soon. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, there's Todd Stone, everybody. He is the 2013 Airborne Speedway Ernie's Discount Tools Dirt Car Modified Track Champion. Patrick Dupree, second tonight, get into the top three, so they'll enjoy this tonight. Third place for you.
I do, and I'm glad they're all here. Thank you very much.
All right, there's Leon Gagno. The Chazy veteran brings it home third tonight. All year long, they've been chasing Todd Stone on board that G-Stone Motors machine. He wins for the sixth time in 2013.
Ready to go, 25 laps the distance tonight for the Sportsman Modifieds. Here they come off the fourth turn. Broderick leads them. Green, flag is out. Good jump on the outside for the Huntley Trucking number 1 of Jake Branham. Oh boy, look out. Branham takes about 6 spins down the backstretch. Aubin goes spinning. And we have a yellow flag. The left rear, I think it was, shot off that number 1 car. He went for about 5 or 6 spins around in that number 1 car. And we have a yellow flag.
Yep,
That end of the field. All right, ready to go again. Brian McGinley with problems on the Wells Auto Repair 35. Here we go, green, flag is out. Great jump on the outside for Speedy Brissett. He takes the lead off the restart and through turns 1 and 2, leads him down the backstretch. The 24 of Susie trying to thread the needle on the top, really working the rim in that 24 car. Cody Aubin rejoins at the tail end of the field as well. Aubin will be a lap down, however. The 03 of Speedy Brissett shows the way over the number 11 of Kevin Broderick. Lonnie Rivers in the R7 takes his car to the top of the racetrack as he's side by side with the 11 of Broderick. In turn number 2, great run for Lonnie Rivers. Here comes Nick Haywood coming with him on top of the racetrack. Nick Haywood in the number 29 up on top of the racetrack. If he were to finish in this position, that is a track championship clinching position. Nick Haywood has to finish outside the top 4. And the 69 of Finney has to win this race. Now, given that Finney is back about the 7th, 8th position, Nick Haywood's sitting pretty right now, being in the 3rd spot. However, Nick Haywood's not going to settle for 3rd. He wants to win this race tonight as he takes the 29 up to the top, outside the R7 of Lonnie Rivers. 3 wide down the backstretch, almost 4 wide. There goes Mike Finney. There goes Mike Finney. He slams into the G-Stone Commercial Division tire barrier. He says,
ready to run 4 laps complete. Let's hope for a nice long extended green flag run here. Here's Robbie.
Speedy Brissett, Lonnie Rivers. The front row, here they come, trying to do it again. Green flag is back out. Lonnie Rivers in the R7 from the outside takes the lead off of turn number 2. Problems for Jake Branham in the Huntley Trucking number 1. He's going to take that car back to the garage area. Problems on the left front as he is having problems getting back to the garage area. All right, out front it's Lonnie Rivers. He took the lead over from Speedy Brissett on the restart from the top of the racetrack. Yellow flag is out for Jake Branham, who was not able to get that Huntley Trucking #1 back. Richie Peterson is ready. Lonnie Rivers is ready. Nick Haywood is ready. Here they come off the 4th turn. Green. Flag is out and a good start for Lonnie Rivers down on the bottom. Lonnie Rivers in the R7 with a good start down on the bottom, but look at Nick Haywood going the top of the racetrack. Lonnie's car was not that great down on the bottom at 1 and 2. Nick Haywood vaulted to the top through 1 and 2, punched it down the backstretch and completes the pass through 3 and 4. New leader Nick Haywood. Nick Haywood looking to clinch the point championship tonight in that Warren Tire Budweiser #29. He's in the best position right now because if there is a mishap or a wreck on the racetrack, it would happen behind him unless he runs up in a lap traffic. Nick Haywood has put himself in a great position to win, not only win tonight, but also clinch the track championship for the Sportsman Modifieds in 2013. He's also looking to go back-to-back.
With his closest competitor already done for the night in the garage area, I would say he's probably already done that, no matter where he finishes on the racetrack.
Setting the field, nearly 10 laps in, it's Nick Haywood leading the way. Lonnie Rivers is second. Third is the 46 of Joe Daniels. Fourth, Chris Susi. Rick Donor is fifth. Speedy Brissett sixth. Mark Lamberton up to seventh, and he's going by Speedy for sixth right now. Eighth is the 54 of Tom Remington. Ninth, the 14 of John Mike Brissett. Kevin Broderick rounds out the top 10. 11th is Cody Aubin. 12th is Rico Hernandez. 13th, Jamie LaFountain. 14th is Brian McGinley, and Steven Brissett is 15th. That's how they run on the racetrack right now. The next closest competitor would be Jamie LaFountain. LaFountain is 86 points out, and LaFountain's car is a miss this evening as he is in the back of the pack right now, side by side with the 98 of Rico Hernandez. Here's Mark Lamberton looking down underneath the Rick Donor #91. Lamberton in the Sound Obsession 29L looks down underneath that 91 of Rick Donor. First week out of the Sportsman Modified division. He campaigned to Modified a few years back, but he's back with a Sportsman Modified about 3-4 years later, and here he is tonight. He's now running inside the top 5. This time by, Nick Haywood sees the cross flags halfway for Nick Haywood in that #29 car. Lonnie Rivers is about half a backstretch away, and then it's about a quarter of a backstretch back to the 24. Yellow flag is out for the 20 of Jamie LaFountain. Just mentioned a minute ago that
Coronation tonight as a defending track champion.
All right, he gets on it pretty early. Here he comes, green. Flag is back out. Nick Haywood with a great restart. Lonnie Rivers in the R7 was hanging a little bit behind the back bumper. I think he was trying to sneak up on him, but Nick Haywood went early, and it really hurt that R7 of Lonnie Rivers as he lost about 3 car lengths off the start. Nick Haywood starting to check out already in that #29 car. Rivers runs second. Susi is third. Fourth is the 46 of Little Joe Daniels, and look out. Little Joe comes down in front of Mark Lamberton. They make contact, and we
keep him in the same area code.
Well, he's there right now. He doesn't want to let what happened last time happen.
Much better.
All right, here comes Nick Haywood off the 4th turn, and we are back under green flag racing. Nick Haywood again with a good jump in that #29. The R7 of Lonnie Rivers, just 3 car lengths off the back bumper. A little bit of a bobble for Lonnie down on the bottom of the racetrack. Susi bobbles behind as well. Here goes Lamberton in the 29L. Lamberton thought about a look down on the inside in turn #1, backed out of that move, and then decides to run right behind that West Side Auto 46. Backs right up into line behind the 46. As Little Joe thought about a move on the 24, we noticed he was a little hot going into 4, got on the binders, and he ended up washing up the racetrack. Mark Lamberton in the 29, eyes a move down on the inside off the 2nd turn. Shows him the wheels going down the backstretch into turn #3, pulls even. Lamberton in the 29L, the 46 of Joe Daniels. Lamberton on the bottom comes through and takes the 4th spot away. Mark Lamberton takes that 29L up into the 4th position and drop kicks the 46 back to the 5th spot. Setting the field, Nick Haywood is your leader. Lonnie Rivers runs second. Third is Chris Susi. Fourth, Mark Lamberton. Fifth, Little Joe Daniels. Sixth is Rick Donor. 7th is Speedy Brissett. 8th is the 54 of Tom Remington. 9th, John Mike Brissett. It is 10th for Cody Aubin, as Nick Haywood receives away from Chief Starter Richie Peterson. 5 laps to go. 11th is the 11 of Kevin Broderick. 12th, the 98 of Rico Hernandez. And 13th, the 59 of Steven Brissett. Nick Haywood has checked out on this one. Barring some type of mechanical failure, he is on his way to his 3rd win of the year and another track championship for Nick Haywood. Steven Brissett's going to take the 59 pit side. He's had enough for this evening. Steven Brissett takes that number 59 back to the garage area. Mark Lamberton getting ever so closer to the back bumper of that number 24 car. Lamberton in the 29L certainly would love a top 3 finish. I'm sure he's very satisfied where he is now in 4th. He's right on the back bumper of the 24 of Chris Susi. Popsicle sticks will be out this time by. 2 to go for Nick Haywood and the Warren Tire number 29. 2 to go for Nick Haywood. Mark Lamberton in the 29. Eyeing a move low this time through 1 and 2. Tries to get that car to stick down on the bottom. Can't do it. Rear end kicks out a little bit in turn number 2 as he works through 3 and 4. White flag is out one more time around for Nick Haywood. Nick Haywood in the Budweiser Warren Tire T&B Metals number 29 picks up his 3rd win of the year tonight and also will pick up another track championship. Here he comes. Nick Haywood wins it. Lonnie Rivers 2nd. 3rd, Chris Susi. 4th, Mark Lamberton. 5th's going to go to Rick Donor. 6th, Little Joe Daniels. 7th, Speedy Brissett. 8th, the 54 of Tom Remington. 9th to Cody Aubin.
As their sponsor, number 29, into Victory Lane. He'll enjoy his victory lap around the Big A. Win number 3 of the 2013 season for Nick. And it is a championship clinching win as well. He basically had clinched the track championship once his closest competitor, Mike Finney, had issues towards the beginning of this feature event. He had a 70-point lead over Mike Finney coming into the race, and then 3rd place driver Jamie LaFountain also had some problems in the 25-lap feature tonight. So Nick goes back-to-back in track titles with that Budweiser Warren Tire T&B Metal sponsored machine. He'll bring it into Victory Lane. Robbie is headed down trackside. He will get a word with the 2012 and 2013 Sportsman Modified Track Champion. Nice run by Lonnie Rivers tonight. 2nd in the R7. And Chris Susi, one of the good stories in this division throughout the year. 3rd place run tonight with the Rombox Thomas English Muffin sponsored number 24. We'll go down trackside. Meet our track champion for 2013 Sportsman Modified Division. Here is Robbie.
All right, thank you very much. Nick receiving congratulations. Give him a nice round of applause. Win number 3 on the year. Nick Haywood in the clinch of the track championship. Come on over, Nick. We'll get you on camera. Nick, nice job. Win number 3 on the year. The car was stout tonight throughout the qualifier, throughout the feature, and also clinching the track championship tonight. First talk about tonight in the car. It seemed very good. You've been consistent all year, not really pushing it. You wanted to be consistent, get the top finishes, get as many top finishes as you can, but you pick up yet another win tonight, and the car was great.
Yeah, the car was awesome on the beginning of the runs. Towards the end of the run, it started to push a little bit, but I figured if I held my line, I wasn't going to get past. So, man, I got to thank all my sponsors, Warren Tire, Budweiser, T&B Metals, Northeast Radiator Repair, Clipper Corner, Peru Farm Center, Chris Fabrication, Gallagher's Towing, and North Country Garage Doors. Without these guys, we wouldn't be here.
Now, you may not know it on the restart. Earlier on, Lonnie Rivers didn't really cling to the back bumper that well. You decided to go early, and you did the same thing on the restart after with Lonnie behind you, and that really seemed, I think you had a stronger car regardless, but that really let you pull away, and really restart, you nailed it tonight.
Yeah, my carburetor was stumbling on the start, so I said if I get on it earlier, there's no way the stumbling's going to hurt me, so I just figured going into 3 was the best place.
And lastly, let's talk about the track championship. You've clinched it back-to-back years. You won it last year in the inaugural season. You win it again this year. It must be great. It must feel very gratifying for you, back-to-back in a division that has so much competition. It's very tough in this division. Great job. And talk about how happy you are for yourself and the team. I know you guys work very hard. You help out a ton of other drivers as well, Lonnie Rivers being one of them. Talk about how gratifying this is.
Yeah, it's awesome. It hasn't quite clicked yet that we got the second one, but man, it just makes you feel good, and all the hard work pays off. And like I say, without my crew and sponsors, I wouldn't be here. So got to thank those guys again.
Well, nice job. You've got it clinched, but maybe another win next week would be nice, huh?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a win next week.
Nice job, Nick. That's Nick Haywood. We'll go over here and talk to Lonnie Rivers.
Dale O'Neill inside row 7, outside the 77 of Chris Clark. 8 rows back on the inside to Pizza Wagon, 24 Sean Roddenbush, 45 is Josh Laporte, the 3 Rob Signs, the 9 is Neil Martin, and the 79 is Jay LeGrave. Green flag is out, and we are racing feature number 2 of the night for the mini mods, 3 wide in turn 2 already. It's LaBarnway up on top, and he gets a great run. Whoa boy, sparks fly going into turn number 3. Pete Blaney is pushing the 6 of Tyson Drown through the corner. Tyson, he appreciates that if he gets through faster. Look at him push him. He's going to push him off the racetrack. Well, that made him about 3 miles an hour faster, but I'm sure he doesn't appreciate it. Pete Blaney still right there off the back bumper. Kane Favreau now in the mix. Cooler heads prevail out of that as Pete Blaney now backs off in the 22. Oh boy, sideways is Rob Clark in the 14. Nice save by Clark in the number 14. Perhaps contact with the 54 of Jason Chris.
Yep, just a little bit. That's all it took to upset the apple cart.
3 wide right now for the 3rd spot, side by side for the lead. It's the 6 down on the bottom. Tyson Drown, 3 wide coming through the middle. Kane Favreau as they're side by side, the 22B and the 20K. Well, they touch at least just a little bit going down the front stretch. The 22B absolutely turned right into the 20K. They race down the backstretch. Tyson Drown is the leader in the 6. The 20K of Kane Favreau moving down on the inside. He might take the 2nd spot away down on the inside. But Coley hangs on right there at the line. There's a gaggle of cars right around the 5th spot. Dirty Dale's sideways. They're 3 wide right now for 5th. And the LaVarnway is stuck up on the top. LaVarnway in the 69 backs out of it. There goes the 54 of Chris getting through it for 5th. And he comes out of it with the 5th spot up on top in the Bud Light Platinum 54. He right now is ahead of the 16 of Dirty Nail. Dirty Nail. Be careful.
You got to cut your fingers. Be careful.
Well, the Pizza Wagon is going a lap down. And he might get a little bump right here from the 22B. The 22B of Pete Blaney is going to go around the long way, and he's going to lose a few spots doing that also.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Pizza Fountain sideways. Good save.
Pete Blaney in the bunker.
Yep, Blaney's off in the bunker. He took the wrong way around. Pete Blaney going high like that in the 5th groove. That's like going down the one-way street the wrong way in Montreal. Can easily happen, but you don't want to do it. Tyson Drown still showing the way. The 20K of Kane Favreau right on the back bumper. This time by halfway for the 6 of Tyson Drown. Kane Favreau in the 20K right there. Dirty Dale right now on the back bumper. The 54 of Jason Chris. O'Neill in that 16 looks down on the inside into turn number 3. Chris shuts the door and a little bump from the front of the 16 of O'Neill. O'Neill gasses it down to the bottom of turn number 4 as he's got half the car beneath the 54 of Jason Chris. Chris wants to take the top line around the racetrack. And here goes O'Neill. 3 wide down the backstretch for 2nd. They enter turn number 3. Dead even 3 wide. They part the 20K left and right. And they still are side by side battling for the 2nd spot. 5 laps to go, says Chief Starter. For the 6th of Tyson Drown. Tyson Drown under attack. Look at this. They part the 20K, and now they're looking to go around the 6th. 3 wide for the lead in turn number 3. They part the 6th. Almost like Tyson Drown backed out of that move. Gets the left side tire down into the grass. And how about that? Dirty Dale O'Neill from the inside takes the lead away. Looking for win number 7 on the season. Jason Chris says, not so fast, Dirty Dale. I'm coming back down on the inside. Jason Chris pretty strong down on the inside. He gets that car to stick, takes the lead away, washes up the racetrack big time. And O'Neill's going to file in down behind that 54 of Jason Chris.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
The 6 and the 20K got a piece of each other.
Uh-huh.
They got a big piece of each other there.
Yeah, they did.
Tyson Drown's not happy.
Tyson used the chrome horn.
Look out. Keep an eye on the 6 and the 20K.
All right, well, Popsicle sticks around. Look out, Pizza Wagon. Oh,
Pizza.
boy, I hope that pizza gets there hot and fresh. All right, Jason Chris pushes up the racetrack a little bit in turn number 2. Here comes Dirty Dale. Side by side, down the back stretch into turn number 3. One car sticks the nose out in front, then the other. They slot car race off the 4th turn. Drag race to the lead. White flag is out, 1 to go. Dirty Dale has the lead. Jason Chris trying to fight back on the outside of the number 54. Good second turn for the 16 of O'Neill. Dale O'Neill shows the way right now. Look at Jason Chris drive it deep into turn number 3. He sticks the nose out in front. That car really pushes off the 4th turn. Here comes Dale O'Neill, winning his 7th of the year. Jason Chris 2nd, 3rd DeCane Favreau, 4th Rob Clark, 5th Eric Riel, 6th Tyson Brown, 7th Chris Clark, 8th Josh Laporte, 9th Robert Foley, and 10th goes to the 86 of Amber Turner.
Uh-oh. Watch the 6. So with the win, Dale O'Neill, 7th victory. Wow, that's pretty good. 7 wins now for Dale. He actually gains 4 points on Jason Chris. And that will mean unofficially a 23-point lead that Jason...
All right, Dale's ready to climb out of the car. Win number 7 on the year. Give him a nice round of applause. Here he is, Dirty Dale O'Neill in the 16. Dale, nice job, win number 7. Come on over so you can get on Gene's camera. You know, you've been here an awful lot, but tonight you really had to work hard for it. You and the 54 had a great battle side by side. Talk about that battle. At one point you had the lead, and it seemed as though the bottom groove is what prevailed for you.
Yeah, my car's always liked the bottom. It was a lot of fun racing with him. To change in this division, race side by side like that, it was fun.
Win number 7 for you, winningest driver here. Is it getting old? It never gets old to win, does it?
No, it doesn't get old to win. It's good.
All right, well, nice job, and maybe you can get number 8 next week.
I'll try. I want to thank DMO Motors.